I'm Alan Weiss, and this is The Writing on the Wall. Welcome back to The Writing on the Wall. This episode is Overreaching. They say your reach should exceed your grasp, meaning you should constantly be striving for better things, but I think one can overreach. According to a recent article in the New York Times, a survey of gay people said overwhelmingly that gays felt they were in a better position than they've been years ago. While things aren't perfect, things are getting better and better, and they're able to lead a pretty good life. There are, of course, exceptions, but that's what they felt. Transgendered people in a survey felt also that while they still had strides to make, things were getting better. Now, nothing's ideal. Anti-Semitism, for example, is on the rise in institutions of higher learning. If that's not an oxymoron. And progressives, of course, aren't happy because things haven't gone far enough for what they want. And so gays have asked themselves, why aren't we happier? We've achieved so much, and so have a lot of these other groups. Well, somebody told me a while ago something very interesting. He's a bit of a philosopher and a capitalist and a great, great thinker. And he said, you cannot give an activist enough. Whatever you give them, they will want something more. They will want something else. We are living in an age where people actually have rallied around the murderer of a CEO of a health insurer in cold blood, no question, and they've rallied around, said the person deserved it because they're unhappy with the healthcare industry. Right now, the Democrats in New York have voted for in the primary, Zoran Mamdani, who calls himself a democratic socialist. I don't know what that is, but I do know that Mamdani has said that the intifada should be global. He has said that we should defund the police. Now, he's walked that back and said, well, we won't fill any vacancies. Yes, but the New York Police Department is underfunded and understaffed. So isn't that the same thing? You can never give an activist enough. Right now, Republicans are arguing with Republicans. They passed the budget bill barely because some of them are unhappy. They're overreaching. They want everything that they personally believe in that bill. They're not willing to compromise. Democrats are feuding with themselves as well. And now there's a big Democratic movement in New York to try to prevent Mamdani from winning the election. Musk wants to create a third party now. He's out of the government, feels a third party is necessary. Tesla stock is plunging. He's decided to focus on autonomous cars. Everybody, it seems to me, is overreaching. Nobody is content. I'm wondering, could disenfranchised Democrats and disenfranchised Republicans combine with truly independent voters, there are some, I'm one, and truly form a third party? Would that make sense? Can Congress, serving longer terms than European monarchs, get together and decide that perhaps term limits make sense? We have a senator up here, Sheldon Whitehouse, and fortunately his last name will never represent the building he occupies, who wants term limits on the Supreme Court. He keeps harping about term limits on the Supreme Court. Why? Because he doesn't like all the justices on the Supreme Court. They're not liberal enough. Too many conservative justices. And so overreach, let's vote them out. Let's put term limits on and vote them out. But he's never said a word about term limits in the Senate. And so there's this selfishness that's involved with overreach. So does your reach exceed your grasp? Not with overreach. It exceeds it by a country mile. But maybe we should be content with something that we can just grasp and move on from there.